Team, assemble! Uh-oh. Just a second. Well, we can see blue. Alright, so we don't get a save as we go in, which is just silly. Alright, so we're going to be non-lethally combating, more than likely. Unless I find that to be too difficult. I'm going to delete Patriarch's Palace. We don't need that save. Stolen crates. Ooh. Aww. More ammunition. Hot rivets. Ooh, it's an expensive sniper. I think it does fire damage. Is it fire damage? Or is it just 99 penetration. Well, it's an expensive weapon. Automated system. That must mean systems. That's just a typo. Oh, they're trying to defeat the disruption technology. Why turns our toenails green? Step away from the terminal. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing or how I can not be seen, but... The generator's here. I think these guys are going to be hostile upon seeing us. The ammo is random, which is, that's fixed. Okay. So, how good your loot is randomly determined. That has to be done. Yep. So... completely random.
No use to anybody in this condition. Looks like we can overload the turbine. So, nope, no. That's too many. I think this one is safer. Well, when they move out of the way, that is. It's fairly close. You nerdlings zapped your balls again. Funnier than the time I hooked up a car battery to the toilet's flusher.
Hold for it.
Oh yeah, somebody made toast. Gonna snag that shit.
Okay, we can mess with a lot of stuff here. It's giving us saves in various places. These guys are not dead. Lockpicking's too high. That computer I should just be able to use. I think the issue right now is that triggering combat will be very deadly for us. Just need to collect everything at the moment. Alright, good. He can't see us from there. Time with the beans. Try to sleep with my husband and my mom at my birthday party. Lasers initials on my gun so I can claim it in case I die. He plays smoke 2 joints every day at 4:20. Doesn't flush the toilet. Doesn't wash his hands. Interrupts me to complete my sentences the wrong way. Refuses to RTFM. Takes his shirt off for no reason. Best sniper we have. Always at work on time. Knows recipe for mushroom tikka masala. They don't like him. Okay, medical crate.
Listen up, Joe. The Rangers will be coming. Set up extra low. Stay on your guard, stay safe. Keep working it.
Let's take up better positions, then use that intercom to negotiate with their leader.
Oh, yeah! Somebody made toast! Gonna snag that shit.
No fireworks if the Rangers show up. Not unless they shoot first.
Gets rid of their sniper.
Let me know if you see the Rangers, but don't start anything. I want to talk to these guys.
And also put Quan in position over here too. She's gonna leave Weston.
No fireworks if the Rangers show up. Not unless they shoot first. Stay alert.
Okay, I wanted Higgs over here too. I want to flank them.
Let me know if you see the Rangers, but don't start anything. I want to talk to these guys. You hear something?
Ghost is or Ice is over here.
Stay cool, Bruce.
Oh, good lord. Who's Chris? Oh, man.
Stay alert.
Disable alarm. Can disable this. Here. Ice probably in the middle of this. Now I have 2 vantage points to attack from. We have got the drop we want.
Spies in the research area. Crap, it's the Rangers. Cover 'em. Guess that's better than dying. Come on up. Stand down, Ghost. Let 'em through. Let 'em through.
There are traps everywhere.
Okay, Rangers, let's... Wait a minute. You got Di with you. Well, I'm not talking till we deal with her, so, back up a second. Well, I'm sure Di doesn't remember this, but Markham changed her programming a while back to make her loyal only to her. So unless you let me undo her hack, anything we say here will go straight back to Steeltown. That I can't allow.
This is a lie, Rangers. Engineer Blue wants to reprogram me without permission. I have always been loyal to Administrator Markham.
You only think that because Abby fixed you to think that, Di. You used to have a mind of your own.
That is certainly a lie. I am without sentience. I am only a tool, made to be used as my owner wishes.
Sorry, Di. I said it wrong. I meant to say, we programmed you for objectivity, so you'd always give us honest opinions about our plans. Seems Abby doesn't want that anymore.
Please, Rangers, don't let him do this. I have not been reprogrammed, and you don't need him to complete Administrator Markham's task. I can find what you're looking for without his help.
Thanks. Won't take a minute.
Rangers, you must not do this. You will lose Administrator Markham's trust. You will forfeit your pay. You will regret this, Rangers.
Easy now, Di. You'll feel better in a second.
Rangers, please, stop this. Kill Blue, and I can find the degausser for you.
I don't much care for Markham.
Let me get this.
It
It's okay. Just a few last visits. Okay, that ought to do it. How you feeling, Di?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Oh, God, I forgot you were made in Canada. Maybe I should put back the hack.
You don't want to do that. I remember everything now. I wasn't allowed to oppose Administrator Markham in word or deed. Kind of restricting, don't you know? This is much nicer.
She did reprogram her then.
Windsor's finest, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to have you back, Di. All right, Rangers, let's talk. You're here for the synaptic degaussor, right? And maybe Abby told you it's to fix the computation engine. I'm guessing you don't know what that means. Well, let me tell you. CE is a neural network of incredible power. Given enough raw data, it can practically predict the future, making it perfect for scheduling, logistics, analysis of supply and demand. In short, everything needed to run a factory or an empire. There's just one problem. It's not a computer. It's a pod of imprisoned sense, linked in parallel and blind and deaf to everything except info Abby feeds them, but fully awake and aware of their eternal isolation.
No, that's not good.
You can't enslave a tool, Rangers. That's just silly.
You may be a tool, Di, but synths have true sentience. And Abby is letting them go stir-crazy in a living death of endless darkness. Because she was afraid wiping their minds would hamper their problem-solving capabilities and lateral thinking.
Quick pause here.
Fucking inhuman. Partners, friends, but also rivals. Both in love with old-time manufacturing. The dream of bringing it back to America. Both trying to outdo each other and catch the eye of success. It was our enthusiasm for that dream that kept us together. And our difference of opinion about how far we were willing to go to achieve it finally split us apart. Back in Detroit, we were doing everything ourselves. The difference wasn't so noticeable. We both worked around the clock, never took a break. Loved it. Fire is what let us stop. But when we got here, when we started hiring employees, Abby expected them to work just as hard as we did, for next to nothing. Like she thought they'd do it for the love of the dream.
And they would not. Alright. Apologies. Expand.
Tried to explain to her that our dream wasn't their dream. And they couldn't be expected to kill themselves for a passion they didn't share. I never could quite get it right. That, I guess, is how she ended up enslaving a bunch of synths in a lightless coffin. That's why I left. Yeah. That and her general lack of empathy. As to why I hid out here? Well, I'm here to get some of my own. My plan is to build a better, more ethical steel town. One where the workers get paid fairly and on time. Unfortunately, as there aren't many willing venture capitalists around anymore, we've had to get our funding from the unwilling. Namely, my ex-partner, Abigail Markham. One liberated shipment at a time. That's my guess. And that's why Markham wants the degauser. She wants to use it to wipe the synth's minds and make it run the way it's supposed to. In their torture? Well, if you believe that death is the end of all pain, I guess that's one way to put it. But I'd rather free them than kill them, personally. Anyway, you got the timeline a little bit wrong. I took the degauser and left Steeltown before Abby and Di built the engine, hoping Abby's humanity would prevent her from continuing. She realized she'd have to enslave fully awake, self-aware beings to complete it. It didn't even slow her down. She let Di convince her that synths weren't actually sentient. Just kept right on building their cage.
Yeah, but synths aren't sentient, Engineer Blue. No more than I am. They're just tools to be used.
Yeah, Di, we know your thoughts on the subject. So, what now, Rangers? Still want to take the degauser back to Abby? Let her use it to terminate the brain function of 8 living, thinking minds? Free them, Rangers. Please talk to them before you make your decision. They're thinking beings. Shouldn't they have a say in what happens to them?
Pretty sure Administrator Markham wouldn't take kindly to that. No sirree, Bob.
Abby can get along without the CE, and you know it, Di. Steeltown ran just fine without it. What do you say, Rangers? I wouldn't normally trust a bunch of hired guns. Part of me screaming that I should take some kind of collateral just in case. But I've heard a lot about the good things you've done. You acknowledge that the CE is a form of slavery. You got rid of Markham's pig of a security chief Ludlow. You kept casualties to a minimum when we went toe-to-toe. You brought those refugees at the bazaar safely to Colorado Springs. You showed Markham and the rest of Steeltown what a crook that kiss-ass Benny Bianchi was. You helped out the folks in the camp here outside Steeltown. Because of all that, I guess I'll trust you and hand over the...
Okay, all of that does matter.
What's up? I'm Handcraft. It's totally radical to make your acquaintances. Dudes, that does sound like an excellent adventure, but Blaine needs me here, so I'm gonna have to bail. Radical offer though, Briz. All kinds of stuff, broskies. I'm Blue's go-to pro. His top bro system is Bro Friday. If Blue asks, I do it. Whatever I can to help my dude make major gains in his most respectable business. Mainly putting together his bodacious ideas into tubular gizmos.
Tubular.
You know it, Probolos. All of Blue's dudes are always excellent to each other. It's a beautiful thing, Brosis. You got it, Bumblebees, but Max regrets to say my stores of crafting bits are at least full, so I can't spare any. But let me help you mod up your gear, my dudes. Just get your stuff all set up while you're next to me, and we'll see what we can do. Later, bros. Take it sleazy. Oh, hey, bros. Most excellent to see you again. You need a spot from your main hand? You got it, Bumblebees, but let me help you mod up your gear, my dudes. Just get your stuff all later, bros. Take it sleazy.
Alright, we found... Found recipes. That's good. Ooh, good shit. Lots of good shit.
You saved a bunch of lives out there, Rangers. I got a decent network of contacts. Buyers, sellers, makers. The same as everybody, they like to talk about current events. And you folks have been making plenty of current events. Been making Colorado a livelier place since you got here. Ha! See, you get it. Handcraft is a valued member of our team. It's a great assistant, and its positive can-do attitude is a real mood brightener.
I like him, actually.
I suppose. What do you want to know about? Yep, a few times. When we first got here, he gave us an opportunity to make our pitch. And when Abby was finished selling it to him, he gave us permission to build. Easy as 1, 2, 3. He was friendly enough, and his patronage meant we could do our work in relative safety. But I never really fell for his Father of Colorado act. All he wanted was to stay in power, and us and our guns were his tools for hanging on to it. Abby, however, loved the man. Saw him as a star she could hitch her wagon to. If he rose, she rose. She didn't care how many bodies he stacked up on his way to the top. Hell, she'd help him make her. A week after she was hired, I caught her taking my sandwich out of the cooler in the break room. She played it off as a mistake. My name was on the wrapper in gold marker 5 inches high. From then on, I knew who she was. Behind that friendly smile, there's a little rat brain scurrying around trying to get the most cheese. It's hard to help them when we're living hand-to-mouth ourselves. But do what we can for them, little though it is. I tell myself that doing less for them now and concentrating on making Steeltown better in the future is the right thing to do in the long run. But that's a hard argument to make when people in the camp look like skeletons in snowsuits. Of course, it's on your mind. Okay.
I think... No, the traps are still there. Okay.
Frank's locked in the break room again. Nice.
Can we let him out now? I assumed we were gonna have to fight, and unexpectedly, we don't have to fight after all. Thank God we didn't need the guns.
Hey,
I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny, actually. Yeah, you get so used to combat. It's a game that makes you like happy to not do combat is fairly interesting. And there it is. Anyway, I'm running a commercial, and we'll just transition to the next part here.